Hello, my name is Abigail Streeter. For the context of this presentation, I'm a first-year school librarian at an elementary school. Throughout this year, I've noticed that the classroom teachers have been assigning their students quarterly research projects. For the fourth quarter, I'd like to collaborate with the teachers and help the students improve their research skills. So the premise of this presentation will be to encourage collaboration between classroom teachers and librarians. Good afternoon. Thank you for making the time in your day to come to this presentation. I'm here to talk about collaboration between the school librarian, myself, and you, the classroom teachers. I know every quarter you assign your students research projects, and I'd like to help them with completing them by working on them in library class time. In order to do this, we'll have to work on collaboration. Through collaboration, we can help the students learn more thoroughly what they're working on for their projects. So collaboration has many benefits. First of all, students get to spend more time at school working on their projects. They get to access their teachers and the school librarian more to ask questions that they might have. Instead of just being able to ask one adult what they're supposed to be working on, or if they're having problems, they can come to both myself and their regular teacher. Also, we have a class set of computers in the school library. When they come into library class, the students can sit down and work on their projects. They have guaranteed computer time. Not everyone has computers at home. I know it's hard to believe, but being able to use the computers at school gives them uninterrupted time to work on their projects. And also, they have access to the resources they need. We have all sorts of things that students can use to complete their research projects. We have every topic that you can imagine. Now, additionally, less of their time can be spent in the classroom working on their projects. This way, the teachers can devote more time to teaching content instead of explaining what to do with the project or explaining specific research skills. Because I can teach them more about how to access information, the classroom teachers can focus on teaching the content that the students need to know for their assessments and for their final projects. Also, we're capable of scaffolding better. If the librarian is teaching one information skill, the classroom teacher can build on it, and vice versa. If the classroom teacher is teaching something, I can work with the students on the same topic, and they can improve what they know. So together we can scaffold so that the students build better skills and more thorough knowledge. And finally, we'll have a shared burden of assessment. If we work together, we can take our parts of the projects and grade them separately. I can focus on how the students use resources and grade them on those sections, and the teacher can focus on grading the parts about the content if they've actually met the objective that the teacher sets out at the beginning of the project. And also, since school librarians are subject matter experts on research, we can provide the students more thorough feedback about their researching. Now, in addition to the benefits of collaboration, there are some challenges that we'll encounter. The first and foremost is time. We have very limited planning time in our schedules. we're called upon to do extra duties all the time. So finding time in our day to collaborate is going to be tricky. I suggest that we communicate through email and other electronic means to talk about what projects students are working on in class. This way we can address each other's questions when we have time in our schedule, and that way we can communicate the different needs of the projects without having to set aside time specifically to meet face to face. Also, I'd like to encounter this planning time issue by being more involved with the planning of the projects in the first place. I'd like to attend your meetings and see what the students will be working on. Another challenge is the different expectations that we might have of the students. I'm not always 100% aware of what the classroom teacher's expectations are of the students as far as the work that they complete. We'd have to communicate at the beginning of the project so that we know what the expectations are for the outcome. Another way to address the expectations that we have will be to observe if the students are actually doing what they need to do. Maybe if the students are having trouble with the research skills that the teachers are expecting, we need to either devote more time to teaching the research skills themselves or change the expectations. Maybe even the expectations are too low, that students are achieving what they need to do research-wise faster than we expect. So I think all in all, if we work together, we can overcome the challenges that we face between cooperating and working together for these projects. Now, how are we going to execute these projects? First of all, I've created collaboration forms for teachers to fill out. Now, the forms include space for name, grade level, the subject of the project, the dates of the project, and a space for giving details about it. So when the teachers turn in the forms, I'll look at them and be able to contact the teacher with my information about what they're working on. After I reach out to the teacher, we can work together and come up with the best project that we need. I'm going to keep these forms on file, so I have a record of what we've worked on every year. So in case we want to do it again the following year, we can go back to it and know how we started the project and know what we worked on. Another thing that I want to do to help foster collaboration is attend department planning meetings. As I mentioned before when I was talking about some of our challenges, I think that if I can keep informed with what you're doing when in your classrooms, I'll be able to make some library projects that are related to what students are learning in class. I can also be aware of what they're working on and make sure that we have resources available for the students. If we don't have them, I can get them through loan or through my yearly acquisition process. As I build our collection, I want to make sure that I have the right materials for what the students need. Also, I'd like to have copies of your curriculum maps on file so that I can plan library lessons related to what the students are learning in class. If I can reinforce what the students have learned in their class, they'll just be building on the skills that they already have. They'll increase their knowledge and they'll be able to present their findings using the technology that we have available in the library. I like to think that we're technologically savvy in our library, so we have a lot of different resources that the students can use to present. And if we can get the students to use their technology to present, they'll be better off when they go off to college and jobs in the real world. Now, there are many outcomes that have been proven from collaboration. One of the main ones is standardized assessments. Students perform better on standardized assessments when collaboration occurs in the school. If teachers and librarians work together, we can help students build the skills that they need for these assessments. And then we'll have hard facts on what we've accomplished. This hard evidence will give us more ammunition when we're requesting things in our budgets. We can say that having time to work together allows us to have students that achieve better on tests. We can keep our library budgets, we can keep our textbook budgets, because we can prove that our collaboration has been successful. And most of all, if we collaborate, we can just spend more time working on the same Common Core learning standards. We can reinforce together and help our students learn what they need to do well with the new standards. It's just scaffolding. As the students have more opportunities to learn their information, they'll just do better overall. So that's all I have about collaboration with the School Library Media Center. Now, at this point, I'd like you to fill out your collaboration forms if you're interested in collaborating. Even if you just want to sketch ideas down and think about how we can do it. And I'm here so you can ask me questions about what projects you might have coming up and whether I can help you with them. So, does anyone have any questions? Yes.
Yes, the second graders are going to be doing a family tree assignment for the fourth quarter. They're going to research their family's heritage and give a presentation about their family's history. Do you have any resources that could help them?
Of course. That's a great project to work on in the library. We actually have a new set of atlases designed just for kids. We have, they're full of pictures so that they're easy for kids to read, and the text isn't that difficult either. This will give students a general knowledge of what the people that are from their countries of origin were like. We also have a great web database. It's called Culturegrams. I can pull it up right here on our computer screen. So you can see here we have Culturegrams Europe Kids Edition. So we can go anywhere in the world, North America, you can click on the United States, and we have a list of facts. We have maps, we have flags, images, we can hear the pronunciation of the country. We have all of these options the students can click on. One of the best features is you can listen to the text that's on the page, and each word will highlight as it's being spoken through the computer. So we have a lot of things that the students can use to complete a project about family trees.
Thank you. We definitely need to sit down and work something out so students can use some of their library time to complete this project.
Yes, definitely. I look forward to it. Thank you for your question. And if that's all the time we have. So thank you for coming today. I hope that this presentation has given you some more information about collaboration with the school librarian.